Hello, everybody. Happy good morning to everyone. Kevin Chan here, 7:30 in the morning as usual. And today we will talk a little bit about Feng Shui and the topic of rich house, poor house. How can you decide whether your house is moving you towards the more prosperous side of thing, or if the house is driving you to a place whereby it is worse than where before you move in, right? So this is the topic we're going to take a look today. And this particular topic doesn't require any formula, right? So it is designed for those people who are probably house hunting, or maybe you are doing a rough assessment of your house. These are things that you should pay attention to. It is things that is usually physically happening around you, and very easy to identify just using your eyes, right? So that's what we're gonna do, right? So usual, good morning, Manuel. Good morning for you, Peter Sia. Pekpui is around, Guanbun. Bonnie is around, Jocelyn is around, Kelvin, Keithing, Stuart is around, PJ Ko, Andy Chang. Right? So how you guys all doing? We are in the 9th of December. Today is a Tuesday, right? So no, is it got anything special happening? No, nothing special happening. Everything seems to be normal. Right? Nothing out of the ordinary has actually happened, right? Okay, right, so come, let's go in and take a look at it, right? So hello, Golden Hui Baby Haze. You guys should use normal. Right, so YouTube name also right now is getting like what you call what's the Chinese WeChat? No, WeChat you can never find the person's name in WeChat, Right, so WeChat name they always use those funny name, wind blowing from the east, those kind of funny name. Right, so if you look at WeChat, right, if you try to find your friend in WeChat, you can't use their name to find them, and a lot of time you cannot identify who the hell is who. Everybody use different name, pumpkin floating in the sky, got type of naming convention. Right, so come, let's go in and take a look at today's topic, which is going to be a very easy, gentle topic. Right, so you want to join a Telegram group? I got one Telegram group for you to join. There are stuff to download inside. You want to get in touch with me, right? So it's good things for you to basically do, right? So like for example, just now when somebody asked in the Telegram, oh, my house this direction, that direction, whatever it is, just avoid that direction. Very easy one. Right? Feng Shui very easy to fix. Avoidance is the best thing. And all the 8 direction, no matter whatever it is, all the 8 direction will get hit by everything. You guys know, right? It's just a matter of time only, right? So like the 5 yellow, next year is going to be in the south. So oh, my house is facing south. Everybody house facing also going to be hit by 5 yellow, or is it when only, right? So no, don't make it such a big thing like you're very special, or no, you're not special. No, my house also is basically facing north-south axis house. So what do you do? First of all, no activation for next year. That's it. No big deal, You're on your own next year. That's it. Big deal, no big deal, right? So if you like to read forecast, or reading is what you love, I got a newsletter. So newsletter is basically designed for reading publication. And if you want community support, there's of course a Facebook fan page that we have here, right? So then you can go in and play around with the fan page, post stuff again for discussion, right? So and everybody come around and assist you in it. Right, so come, let's take a look at it. Right, so now these are all the things that we're gonna be talking about in type of house. None of them require any what you call formula at all, right? So usually people, when they go through Feng Shui, there is always this very heavy things inside their mind, is that no, I need to remember formula lah. No, I don't know lah, cannot read Chinese lah, a lot too many things. But essentially Feng Shui, there is a specific school, right? So which is the imagery school, right? Yin Jiang Pai. They actually don't use any of the written formula. So they are from the San He school, right? So there's a San He school, there's a San Yuan school. So San He school is more what we call landform school. Landform school is all about physical stuff, right? So they are more heavy physical stuff. Even San He also have formula. All right, then there's San Yuan. San Yuan is very heavy formula, right? They also have the form type of assessment. So both of them is basically the same. Also, the funny thing is that the other day somebody asked, what's the difference between Yun Yong and also Cham? I tell them it's the same. Right, to me it's the same. Now Yun Yong is tea based mixed with coffee. Tom is coffee based mixed with tea. So which one go in, which one go later only, right? So same with Americano and also your long black, if I'm not wrong, right? So one is coffee go in first, then you add water. Another one is water add in first, you add coffee. Tell me what's the difference? Don't have much difference lah. Okay, right? So after you stir already, it's gonna taste exactly the same, right? So of course, those people who are in the industry, too entrenched already will start arguing with you. No, this one different, that one different. No difference, right? So now today we're gonna take a look at another one more component, right? So just think of this as different component, right? So the one with smiley face, which is the Grand Duke, we have already discussed about the Grand Duke. I think the Grand Duke is the only component inside here whereby there is a actual formula, which is to find your year of birth, right? So like for example, Grand Duke for next year is the horse month. So if you're born in the year of horse or you're born in the year of rat, you guys are the two main contender in the year. Main contender mean the hero and also the villain in the show, right? So inside, if you watch a show, there is always a hero, there's always a villain. Every single show, no matter what show you watch, right? So there's always a hero, there's always a villain, right? So that's the two, right? So the what we call the horse, which is the Grand Duke, which is the most prominent star, which is called the hero, right? So and then the opposite, which is the rat, is called the villain. Right? It's not necessary that the rat is evil or this anything. It's just that the energy is at the opposing polarity on each other. So if your house is a north-south axis house, which a lot of house is, no thanks to the Zhou Bak Hiong Lam in Feng Shui, right? So Feng Shui, they always say that, sitting on the south, sitting on the north, facing the south is a good Feng Shui. They never explain to you why. For those people who have those kind of house, which is sitting on the north, facing the south, this year 2026 is gonna be your reckoning year. Yeah. Every 12 years, it will be a horse year, man. So every 12 years, right, there's going to be 1 year whereby your house is going to be wrecked a bit of an havoc. Nothing much. It just means that you're going to be going through a massive change, right? So the important thing is that whatever that you have been doing before this is not going to work anymore. You need to go and find new solution. That's all, Anima. Okay, it's not bad, right? So come, let's go in and, pick another one more topic. Today, we're going to take a look at the small one, which is the smell, right? So house got smell, right? House got smell, right? So now when we're talking about this smell, I'm specifically talking about that musky algae or the what we call fungus smell. You guys know, right? Musky fungus smell. Those house whereby the air circulation is pretty poor, right? So to get this smell is basically rotting biological stuff, right? So the biological stuff that is rotting is basically the fungus, right? Refer to last 2 week topic on activation. Can a wind chime be used? Too small, kissing. Wind chime is too small, right? Consider activation tools or suppression tool. Either one also can, but wind chime is too small unless you got very huge wind chime. Very huge wind chime is the Chinese clock tower type of clock, the dang, that type can. Right, that particular type, or you can have a very huge gong. The key to, if you are using suppression, activation is basically just exciting the chi in the particular area. So question is, what is the exciting agent, right? It's the exciting agent that's being used. So if you're using wind chime, is basically the exciting agent is not the wind chime. It's the sound, the vibrating sound from the wind chime. So now problem with the vibrating sound of the wind chime is that it doesn't chime. Right? Most of the time it don't chime. Okay? Right? Yeah, that would be the problem. Okay, right? So when it chime, that time when the wind blow, that time, that hour is a very bad hour. Everything is black color one, and you chime at that particular hour. You're asking for problem lah. But wind chime, the main problem is it is just, most of the wind chime is too small lah, unless you got huge one. Right? The one that you can have that resonating sound, not the ting 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 ting, that type. No, it's the one that go you need that type. Go play around with the singing bowl. The singing bowl type of sound, the one that need to be resonating type of sound. Zong. So once you hit already, right, it can resonate on its own one. You need that type of chime. right? You will have that a chicken voice type of chime, cling 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 cling. Okay, sorry about that, that one doesn't work. Okay, yeah, moldy smell, correct. We're talking about that particular moldy smell. So what happened when you have that particular moldy type of smell? Now a few things happen, right? So this is, where we go into a class of physics. So what happened? There's few components. One, you need to have water. So you already know that this particular house got a leaking issue. And the most headache about water leaking, right? So I don't know whether you have tried to solve water leaking problem at all. The place that is leaked is not the place that is leaked. The place where you find the leaking thing is the place where the water has no other place to flow. So it is not the source of the leaking. So fixing the place where you see the leaking usually doesn't fix the issue at all, because the leaking starts somewhere else. So the water leaking starts somewhere else. It flows through all the cracks or wherever there is a place to go. Then it will reach a place whereby it is the terminal point, whereby it got no place to exit, no place to go. Then it accumulates there. Then you see the water stain there. But that is not the leaking point. So if you fix that particular place, after a while already, you will see that it will come back out. So which is equivalent to you have never fixed the problem. So the issue with leaking, right? So any sort of leaking issue, it will actually cause you to have financial leakage. Very, very simple, right? Leaking, financial leakage that is basically happening. Right? So is that particular. So the smell is the signal that the house is sending to you, telling you that there is an issue with this house. If you move in, you're gonna have financial leakage. So is that a problem? If you're gonna find a problem and you fix it, no problem. So no, but you cannot. So second thing that is happening when there is this sort of smell is that there is definitely a stagnancy in the movement of the air. So if the air is not stagnant, right? So the puddle of water, no matter how small it is, would have dried, right? The movement of the air would have dried the puddle of water. So it wouldn't have ability, you wouldn't have the chance to create a micro environment, so which is a wet, hot, right? Wet and hot environment for mold to grow. So when the place is damp, wet, and the temperature is correct, mold will basically grow. So it's the mold that is causing the smell. So once you have that, you got two components, already. One is that there is a leakage of water somewhere, right? Somewhere the water is basically leakage, So, and second thing is that there is a stagnancy in the qi. So which means that I tell you that this particular house got a qi flow issue. So straight away tell you that there's these two problems. One is that your money is slowly sneaking out of your pocket. The dangerous part is without your knowledge, right? So that's the dangerous part. Right. So, and second part is that the flow of qi inside this house is having a bit of an issue. So when the flow of qi inside this house is having a bit of an issue, your income is going to be affected. So right now you have effect of the income versus also the hidden leakages, both of it. So your income is not coming in, your money is flowing up. So if you stay in this particular house, what's going to be your long-term effect of it. Is you're going to get poorer and poorer. It's not going to help you at all, right? So completely. What sort of major renovation need to change the natal period of the house? You have to exit all the qi from your house. That's basically exit all the qi from your house. Easiest to remove the roof. Yeah, completely remove the roof so that the house sees the skies. That basically ejected all the thing, and then reinsert the new qi into the house. Talk easy, do very difficult. Right, talk very easy, do very difficult, right? So it's changing the entire house qi, right? So you need to exit the qi, right? So force the entire house qi to exit. Removing the front and also the back portion wall of the house would work as well, but that is going to be, I don't know whether removing the wall is cheaper or removing the roof is cheaper. To me, logically, removing the roof is much more viable than removing the wall, because the roof is designed to be removed anyway. Right, so after some time, some people just change the roof, all the whatever ceiling up there, insulation, whatever it is, all gone already. You may as well just remove, or your house again got this leaking issue and you don't know where the hell the leaking come from. fix the entire roof lah, right? Redo the entire roof. Or you know, maybe your roof is last time is using the wooden house beam one, right? So right now they like to change it all to steel. That one also can, right? So if let's say that your house maybe got a white end issue, I don't know, right? So termite issue, right? So all those, you know, you can basically just go and change the house roof, change it, right? Can we increase incense, aroma, diffuser, etc.? So again, right, your incense doesn't do much, diffuser doesn't do much. Right, the best way to change the energy constitution of the house is allow airflow and also allow sunlight. That's the two is the best. You know, sunlight kill bacteria. You guys know. So that's why if you buy a house, right, please don't go and make your house until like, you know, dodgy, dark. Make sure your house can be brightened. Right, your house can be brightened. The house is supposed to be more yang than yin. The only place is supposed to be yin inside your house is your room. Your sleeping room can be yin, right? So your house is supposed to be yang, right? So the two-way or best way to create positive energy inside your house is to ensure qi flow is sufficient, right? So which means that, you know, just open up all your windows and open up all your curtains so that natural sunlight can come in, air can flow on your house. That's the best, you know, to create qi flow from your house. So then, of course, you know, next is that, you know, to have a very consistent flow, right? So one of the more consistent flow I've spoken a lot of time is your door, ma. Your main door, you know, you open your main door one, window you might not open, right? Your window might be entire year also closed, okay? But your main door will usually be open every once in a while, you know, when you get out of the cave. That's the one that, you know, you can use it, right? So it's pretty simple, right? So don't need to make it complicated. Just open up all your, you know, house door and whatever. So of course, you know, how long can you open your house door and everything? So that's why removing the roof and also removing the front and back wall is gonna be the fastest way to exit all the qi. Then after all the qi has been exited already, then, you know, you seal it back and incept the new qi. That's all anymore. Pretty simple, okay? But very difficult to do, and it's very costly. All right, so that's why, you know, it's actually sometimes it's actually cheaper for you to just buy a new house. Yeah, it's cheaper for you to just buy a new house, okay? Right, create a strong draft by opening all the window and the door. Yes, you know, if you want a more natural, more elegant version, here's the alternative. Create a strong airflow by opening all the window. Yeah, you can basically do that. Right, you can basically do that, you know, open all the window, or you can strategically install those exhaust fan. No? Okay, right, strategically install exhaust fan. You know, now the exhaust fan is like damn cheap. Especially if you buy those from China. Right, you buy those from China, you can basically just, you know, put it into the window frame. Right, and then, you know, let it blow. That's it. You know, it's very simple and not very difficult, right? So just make sure that place is not stuffy. So you guys know the smell, the smell when you go inside the room, that particular wet cardboard smell, right? So the musky fungal smell, right? So when you have that particular smell that time, you already know this house has a water leaking issue. You already know that it has water, it's just that you don't know how you identify where anymore. Then second thing is that that particular place confirm qi flow not good. So basically it is telling you that the water has been collecting a for lack of wording, negative qi. Right, know how, right? So too much wind blow through the house can also blow out the qi. Very difficult for you to have too much wind blow. Although I've seen before, you know, the house is too tall, plus it is facing an open sea. So when the wind of the open sea tend to blow, the entire house go like shaking. No joke. That is no good. So that's why a lot of time I tell people, you know, try not to buy house that is in the sea. Not in the sea, near the sea. You know, oh, you know, those beach side. Those beach side one, you know lah, right? So when you lose money epic. Okay. No, beach side house is not good. Right, those resort type beach side house no good. Okay, right? So the landform need to be very specific if you try to buy, you know, this sort of house. The landform need to be really good. right? So if not, no, don't try lah. Okay, right? So now again, you know, if you have that particular smell, basically it is telling you that there is a leakage in the house, right? So there's a leakage, water leakage. Now always water leakage or water flowing inside the house, it is always a indication of financial loss, right? So, and also the water exit in a feng shui setup is actually very important. You cannot exit water as in your drain, simply exiting in the wrong direction. There is actually specific exiting direction. So now this one requires some formula, and the formula usually used is the 12 growth phase. You're gonna ask, hey, what does it 12 growth phase? No, slowly lah. Right, 12 growth phase is not something that is very easily applicable, as same as the 28 constellation. People are asking, you know, 28 constellation is like, it's not something that every day you use. Okay, very little formula actually uses 28 constellation and also the 12 growth phase, very little. And one of the application of the 12 growth phase is actually to design a water exit, right? Water entry versus water exit. Yeah, you're gonna use the 12 growth phase, right? So but anyway, if you go for a feng shui class, you know, they will teach you some of this formula. Yes, Sun He for formula, you can basically do that, right? So now the basic things you understand already. I don't know, you go inside, got that dead cardboard smell. Yeah, I call it dead cardboard smell because last time I worked in the document management industry, we have a lot of cardboard boxes. Yeah, cardboard boxes is one of the main thing that we do. You know, we store document you store document in boxes we charge you the rental by the box, right? So we got a lot of cardboard boxes. So I'm very, you know, not very fancy, very experienced in smelling, you know, leakages, because if there's leakages, you don't go and find it, or the cardboard is gonna be wet and cannot be used. Yeah, so you know, once you start to smell, you know that there is a accumulation of water somewhere in the warehouse that is storing all the thing. You know, maybe it was, you know, water spraying in, or you know, somebody got water down there. Right, tomorrow you're moving into the new house. New house usually, you know, if new house also you can smell this because the new house, there's no furniture. No, I'm talking about no furniture. No furniture. Usually, this sort of stuff very easy to identify. Yeah, you know, very easy to identify. You know, this sort of stuff, not much of a problem. So if you go into the house and you know when the air is basically trapped, you can smell that thing. Then you know somewhere, some places there is a leakages in the water leakages. You know? So now again, if you're in a condo, you know, all those big, then the leakages here, got another one. You know, it may be the septic pipe that's leaking. That could be bad, or you know, it may be the internal exiting pipe. You know, those are very dirty water some more, right? Those are bacteria ridden water some more. That's not good, right? So you know, yeah, right? So if it's just normal pipe water, right? So it's still okay. House that smell proper. Right, so my landlord repainted the house and reno the toilet, so not sure counted as major. No, repainting and all this is not major renovation. Major renovation basically means that there is going to be a significant part of the house wall that is going to be removed. That is called a major renovation. All your cabinet renovation, all are called minor. Or what we call internal fixture, your ID, right? Interior designer are all called minor. Major renovation involve structural movement, right? Okay, right? If there's no structural movement, then it's called a minor renovation. Okay, right? So you know, it's the structural movement, especially those that involve extension of your house, because once your house is extended, the center point of your house feng shui change. That is a very big structural movement. Okay, right? So that is very big structural movement. Right, so now you know already, you know the particular effect, right? So cure, very easy. Air the house. Air the house. Air the particular house, right? So now of course the best solution is go and seek out where the leakage is and fix it. That would be best. Right? So that would be best. But here's the thing, if your inflow of money is way higher than the outflow of money, right? I don't think that's a problem. Make sense or not? Right? It is only problematic. It is only problematic if you don't have a sufficient inflow. And this is where the stagnant air come in. So if your house is in a stagnant air situation, usually your income is having a problem. Right? So, but that one is very easy to fix, right? No stagnant air problem. Very easy to fix. Make sure that your house got sufficient air lah. That's all, Nima. Right? So it's called the house flow of the house. That one is very easy to do. Open your door. Open another window somewhere that would create a natural flow. Flow the house lah. No. Yeah. Okay. Right. So no. Yeah. I know if your house is 24/7 on aircon, also it's not good. Now aircon got water, right? Aircon trap water one, right? You guys know aircon trap water one, right? And you know that would also sometimes have the smelly aircon smell, where there's bacteria inside. That one also very easy lah. Go for chemical wash. Okay. Your aircon, go for chemical wash lah. Service the aircon. Those are very easy to solve. Right, so I'm talking about right now is this persisting smell inside your house that even airing the house doesn't help. Is because the drip of the water, right? The drip of the water is so high that the normal airflow cannot dry the water. If the normal airflow can dry the water, then occasionally it's dripping. It's fine. Right? Nothing much. Right? Or if you find the problem, then you patch the problem, using a lot of this. Very easy. You can buy right now the water repellent spray thingy, right? So go and spray water repellent on whichever surface that is having that, plug it, upstairs, downstairs, wherever it is, plug all the leaking places. It's not too difficult to do. Okay, right? So a lot of that you can DIY do. Right, so now the thing is that make sure that the airflow is good. Open up the window, let the place dry out. Right, so all those kind of stuff. Then open up window, you say, oh, but then got mosquito, then how? I don't care. Kill the mosquito, right? I do cleansing of all the apartment every day. Is it a cost of having less money? No lah. Okay, why does doing cleansing of the apartment every single day is causing having less money? It doesn't really do that. Does not really do that, right? With flowing in water, huh? What do you mean with flowing in water? As in mopping the floor? No lah, mopping the floor doesn't do much. Right, so water volume, mopping the floor one doesn't really do much in terms of it. So again, if you mop the floor and then again there's insufficient airflow and then the water, again, you get that floor water smell. I think you guys know, right? The aircon musky smell, the house musky smell, the wiping the floor musky smell. I think you all are very familiar with all the funny smell that you can straight away identify the smell one. Yeah, right. So the idea right now is that increase the airflow so that the water can evaporate and everything. Then it's fine. Right, it's okay. No worry. Not too difficult to fix this one. But the idea is that when you walk in, you identify it. Okay, got that smell already straight away. Already this particular house got a leaking issue. If I don't address it, my financial state is gonna be in a leaking, right? So like this sort of leaking issue are usually pretty small leaking issue. But at the same time, if you don't fix it, don't know, maybe one day the leaking places become too big of a problem. Then it become big leakage. So it become kablooey, type of thing. Then you got kablooey problem. Right, so these are people who has maybe small bad habit, maybe small gambling issue, right? So small gambling issue, like to play with the first of all, like to play with the Timu spinning roulette. Right. Okay, right. So the spinning roulette. You guys got Timu before, right? Oh no, 2-time discount, 500 coin. It started out as innocent thing to press, right? It started out innocent to press. Then then because you want the 2-time discount, you go and buy thing that is not very useful. That fuel your gambling need. You one lead to another type of things. Okay, right? So yeah. What do you mean by with flowing water? You flood your house, right? You flood your house, right? So you use flowing water inside your house. You hose down your house. Internal house cannot be lah. No one will use flowing water for internal house. Right? So sometimes it's a smell of old people. Old people, then you need to have old people in the house. Right? So now again, I smell old people also is because the internal hygiene of a person. Internal hygiene of the person. That's what is causing the that particular smell. Right? Right. So should you open all the window in the house or just one or two? Depend what you want to do. If you want to create a permanent airflow, then somewhere in your house there should be a window which is open. Because air cannot flow if there is no differences in the air pressure. Right? You need to have air pressure difference for the air to flow. Right? So which means that you need to have one place which is open. Right? So one place will open, so when there is wind blowing outside, externally when there's wind blowing, so that one causes the air pressure to drop. So when your air pressure to drop outside, the air pressure inside of your house is higher than that. So it will go that place. So it will drag all the air from inside go outside. So when the drag all the air from inside go outside, then your house air pressure drop. So it will try to find some place which is another opening whereby the air pressure is higher, so it drag the new air in. That's the idea of airflow physics. Okay. That's the idea of airflow physics. So you need generally two opening from two usually opposing side. Right? So that's the idea. So not very different. So you open all the window, up to you. Open all the window. But usually open all the window is basically to flood your house. If you want the house to dry very fast. In normal circumstances, you won't do that. I'm talking about creating a permanent natural airflow inside the house. Okay? Permanent natural airflow inside the house. That's what you do. Cool. Right. So this is for you on the magical thing of having smell inside a house. So this is not the there's another one that not a lot of people like. What if I go into a house and I smell jasmine? Run. You go into the house and then you smell jasmine. Right? So maybe you go in the house, you smell lavender. I scratch head lah. If you go into the house, you currently smell. I'm talking about really brand new house, and you smell that jasmine smell. And so, or you just go and visit. It's a house viewing session, and go in and then you smell that jasmine, lavender. I don't know lah, jasmine, lavender, rose, whatever it is that smell. And nobody is burning any aromatherapy thingy inside. You go into the house, you have that particular smell. Ghost. I'm not saying ghost. I'm saying something's wrong. Right, those are places why suddenly got jasmine smell. You tell me, no, I just prepared a pot of jasmine tea for you all. Then okay, makes sense. Right? So the idea of smell right now is that, can you identify the source of the smell? Where does it come from? Right? So if you cannot identify it, doesn't know where does it come from, it's very difficult for you to fix the problem. Next time, always walk by, then this corner got jasmine smell, then tomorrow that corner got jasmine smell, then how? Okay, it's not going to be pleasant, right? You need to address the jasmine. Okay. what other funny smell do you have? So my the one that I'm telling you to identify specifically is the moldy, musky, wet paper cardboard smell. Right, that one indicate that there is a leakage inside your house and the water is basically trapped and stagnant, that mold is forming. Right, so this one is a very big telltale sign of slowly leaking money. That is the part that I want you to fix the slowly leaking money. Right, if you feel like the smell is okay, then ask, can I spray fragrances in the house to stop this? You can stop the smell lah, but you won't stop the leaking of money lah. Okay, right? One is one of the neighbor that smell too strong and open door. the smell go. Right. Yeah, now again, please don't murder me for saying this. If you have Indian Indian neighbor, sometimes, they go through their prayer, they use very strong incense. Their incense is very, very strong. So no, so sorry, sorry first Indian. No, so it's like that particular what we call the Indian smell, or the oil that is very strong, very poignant. Right, so that is not losing money type of smell. Please, it's not all smell will lose money. It's that specific water puddling retention causing fungus to grow smell. Right, if it's not that, it's fine. African also is same. That particular, I don't know what brand of incense that they use, it's like potent, very definitely not the sandalwood that normally you go Chinese temple. Chinese temple use sandalwood, right? Maybe it's because we Chinese are used to that smell, so it's not the right. So or there is this Chinese also use one, a lot of time use gamman yin. I don't know what they call, right? So gamman yin, right? So the one that, again, you put the white color thingy, blah, blah, blah. Those are all strong smell, but that has nothing to do with Feng Shui. Okay, please don't just smell stuff, say that you're gonna lose money. Is that puddling water causing fungal, and that it's because the airflow is bad, so all this combined together, telling you that if you stay in this house, if you don't fix the issue, your leakage of money is eventually gonna cause problem, because your entry of money is not gonna be able to sustain the leakage. So which means that it makes you poorer and poorer. That makes sense? Your outflow is gonna catch up and your inflow is not gonna be able to. So if your inflow is bigger than your outflow, then not much of a problem lah. So you are a good consumer lor. Right? You're a good consumer, right? So like I got a friend who always buy rubbish stuff. Every single time see him, new stuff on the body, so it's like, okay. What about a smelly fish tank? A smelly fish tank, clean it lah. You see, the problem is the fish tank, right? Clean the fish tank. Right, so like this one is, you actually don't know where the hell the problem is. If you know where the problem is, just fix it. That's it. Any single Feng Shui problem, fix it. All fixable, right? So all Feng Shui problem fixable. Fish tank usually have fishy smell. No. The fishy smell basically come from the ammonic acid nitrate that the fish create, which is their poo, right? So there is not being processed by the water tank. So a good filtration system, right, basically can do, right? So the fish tank will reach what we call an ecological balance after you run the system for some time, because there will be bacteria that eat all these nitrates. So you don't have sufficient bacteria inside, then maybe you got algae bloom, right? So a fish tank, if you run it properly, after 6 months, you actually don't need to maintain the fish tank. As long as the water flow, which is the filtration, so you just need to change the filtration thingy on it. Then, everything stabilize. Actually, no smell. No smell, the water is forever clean. No need to change. Right? You just need to add water. Okay? Right, so if your fish tank got that particular smell, then your tank is not running correctly. So which means that the nitrate is too high. Or, you can put in a lot of things that consume the nitrate. Like, for example, you can plant ginger. Plant ginger, yes. Get a piece of ginger, hang it right half of the water. Right half of the water. So the ginger root will start to... Or you can take a lot of those floaty plant that has a lot of root one. They help metabolize the nitrate inside. Your problem is the nitrate buildup. That's where the smell come from. Right, so a lot of things can do like that one. Staying on a rent or a commercial area with eatery on the ground floor also smell. That one, Mohina, that one is a hygiene issue for the eatery lah. If you go Singapore, usually don't have that problem, because Singapore will sue the hell out of that particular place. Okay, right. So you sue the hell. You come Malaysia, probably the problem is big. Depend where you are, right? So depend where you are, right? So no. What happened to bamboo? What happened to bamboo? Right, bamboo okay ma? Nice smell, my bamboo. Oh yeah, you can use bamboo to sorry. Bamboo charcoal. Bamboo charcoal. Well, if you don't know Malaysia, we are one of the biggest producer of bamboo charcoal. Japan love our bamboo charcoal. Okay, bamboo charcoal. Right? So yeah, you can put charcoal in your house as well. Buy a big chunk of charcoal, put inside your toilet. It absorbs moisture. Right, charcoal absorbs moisture. Right, it's bad here to a bad smell, but they are minting money. All right, that's all for today, right? So take care of yourself. Have a great month of December. For those of you who are doing the Christmas shopping, you'll start to see in Malaysia they skip Christmas. They're all selling Chinese New Year stuff right now. Please don't get angry. Seems like Chinese is the bigger economic contributor, right? So they use dowsing to find the water leaking in big company. And they say that they have electrical system to find it. Vinegar also absorbs smell. Yeah, vinegar also absorbs smell, right? So you drowsing to find it. Drowsing work if your entire place got no electromagnetic interference. In an office, it's gonna be very difficult. In the office, what they do is that they use you want to call temperature scanner, right? Places with water temperature lower, right? So those infrared, I don't know whether they use infrared. Thermal imaging, sorry, right? So thermal imaging, right? So they do thermal imaging. There's also electronic thermal imaging. It's basically just shooting electron over to the side, so water give a different reading than normal stuff. It's that's what they use, right? So that's what they basically use. Or you can also use sound, but the fellow who listening to it need to be very good, right? So you can put all over the places to hear water running behind it, right? So there's a lot of way to basically do it, but the entire idea is that the smell is the most poignant one. You move in, oh shit, it's that smell. So which means that I need to go and locate the leaking places, right? So if you can find the leaking places, you're okay. If you cannot find the leaking places, better not. So again, if your income is bigger than the what we call the leakage, you are fine, right? But if your income is lower than the leakage, yes, not good. That's the part of it, right? So when the effect already take place, when you're losing too much money, then only you try to find the place. It's a bit too late. So this is a early indicator to tell you that there's a problem with the house. So now question is that, are you able to solve the problem, or the benefit of the house, does it outweigh this small little, maybe the house really, the what we call the outer landform is really very good, right? So the setup is very into the period that everything is good, and only this particular small problem, then you fix this problem, right? So on my family friend house had this smell for a long time and couldn't find it. After detailed checking, they discover ponding on the roof. Roof ponding. Right. Oh, that's not good. If the bad smell coming from sewerage or eatery, then I can place bamboo and shut window to avoid negativity inside the house. Keep it smelling good. Will it solve the problem? Unfortunately, no. Right? Unfortunately, no. Okay. House near ocean got ocean smell. Ocean also, you see which smell, John. Right? So some ocean smell very nice. The ocean breeze smell is very nice. Some ocean smell very dead. You get that dead fish smell, rotting carcass smell, call it. That is no good, right? You have that, breeze. The problem with ocean is that once wind blow, the qi get removed. It will drag qi from all the houses around there to refill. That's one that causes problem. Okay, it's not anything else. So you need to, if you want to be in the sea, you need to find a sea whereby it is cove and got island in front. The air in front there is basically covered. wind doesn't suddenly exit all the air there. But anyway, like, cannot afford this sort of house anyway, so will not be a problem. Okay, right? So today, you learn smell today. Okay, that's it, guys. See you all. Bye.